Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the Senzo Meyiwa case and understand why this case will never heal South Africa, because what the heck, what the heck. So sometimes justice doesn't collapse with a bang. It collapses quietly under the weight of instance. Today, we are not asking who pulled the trigger. We are asking a far more dangerous question. Why is this case still being carried even as it falls apart? Why? That is what we are asking here. The name Senzo Meyiwa still echoes across South Africa, a national icon, a murder that shocked the country, and a promise made to the public: we will find the truth. But what happens when the truth refuses to cooperate with the story that was told? What happens there? In most criminal cases, prosecutors change, files move, fresh eyes take over, but not here in the Senzo Meyiwa case. From the lower courts, through delays, through contradictions, into the high court, one name never leaves the file. One name. Now, let's look at who's that name. Advocate George Baloyi. Still here, was here, and is everywhere, Jay, everywhere. He was there at the lower court. He's still arguing the same case, still defending the same theory. Years later, he's still standing, still fighting. I don't know for which side is he fighting for, but he's pretending to be fighting for the people. But the people are not happy with him. That is not illegal, though, for him to come from bottom to top, but it is not normal. It is quite not normal. And let's talk about what normal looks like. Normally, the system protects itself. When a case grows complex, the prosecution grows stronger. Teams are formed, senior advocate steps in, strategy reassessed, because justice is not about pride, it's about accuracy. Then the contrast. But this case didn't grow stronger, it grew heavier. Every witness raised new doubts. Every clarification created another contradiction. And that's what has been happening throughout the Senzo Meyiwa case. At some point, cases stop being cases. They become projects, symbols, proof that the system is doing something. And once a case becomes symbolic, letting it collapse becomes unthinkable. Slow, deliberate, not because the truth isn't known, but because admitting failure would shake the institution itself. And I feel that is where we are with NPA. It's not like they don't know what's happening. They see, they understand, they are very much aware of what is happening in the Senzo Meyiwa case. But because they must save face, they are saving face. Inside the Pretoria High Court, the atmosphere has shifted. The bench watches, the defense probes, the public listens, and even under the authority of Judge Ratamu Kgwatleng, the case strains to hold its shape. Instead, even he's the reason the case is even falling apart the way it does. The way he behaves, his behavioral patterns are the reason why some of the things are not going right in that courtroom. It's because of Judge Rata. Because if it was another judge, there are a lot of things that Ubaloyi would have been stopped from doing. Judge Rata doesn't stop him. He allows him to do as he pleases. Those are the issues that we are dealing with when it comes to the Senzo Meyiwa case. Now, a courtroom cannot fix a broken investigation. The investigation is broken. The investigation is contaminated. There is nothing that he can do to assist them. The only thing that he's good at is causing drama, theatrics, playing theatrics in that courtroom, shouting at people, doing all of that, being unprofessional, exposing himself. That's what he does the best. The only thing that will be done in that courtroom by this investigation of Brigadier Geninda, it can only expose itself, and it keeps exposing itself day in, day out. That's what it's doing. It's exposing itself. And there is this dangerous attachment in this case. There is a very dangerous attachment. This is the part people misunderstand. This is not about corruption. This is about the attachment for now. When a prosecutor becomes more invested in saving a case than testing it, justice quietly exit the room. Why is Baloyi attached to the case? Someone please tell me. Why is Advocate Baloyi attached to the case? In our language, when you carry something for too long, it stops learning how to stand, and the one carrying it begins to fall too. So, is that what Baloyi is doing? Or he's not aware? When you carry something for too long, it becomes heavier for you. And besides that, when it falls, you also fall because you've been carrying it for too long. You are tired. You are exhausted, extremely exhausted. I don't think Baloyi is aware of those things, of those situations. I don't think so. And guess who really suffers? The accused suffer in this situation. The public suffers. And Senzo Meyiwa's legacy suffers the most. His family is suffering also. Because a weak case does not honor the dead. It turns their memory into a shield, protecting failure from accountability. Whose accountability? Whose failure? The state, be it its NPA, be it its SEPS, but someone has failed Senzo Meyiwa. Dismal. That is the real tragedy of it all. Senzo Meyiwa has been failed in the courts of South Africa. So let's say this without anger, without insults, without fear. It may be lawful for one prosecutor to carry the case, this case for years, but it is deeply unhealthy. Justice does not need loyalty. Justice needs courage, including the courage to say, we were wrong. When are they going to say that, these people? When are they going to admit they were wrong? When? Because until that happens, this case will never heal South Africa. We will always be broken because of it. And Ukeli Khumalo will never rest. Whenever she posts something, South Africans will go and talk about Senzo in her timeline. Someone needs to admit we were wrong for ABCD. The people that were inside the house needs to admit. The SEPS needs to admit. NPA needs to admit. Someone needs to take accountability. That is how the entire case can get held. That is how justice for Senzo can be found. And that is how a national icon can be actually recognized in those courts of law. Not what is happening. What is happening is more like spitting in his grave, because he died a mysterious death, and the people that were with him are giving us empty stories, things that are not making sense. It brings sadness in Ndaba Yakhona. It stresses people out. It's frustrating. Anyway, what are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? Do you think the only way for us to get closure when it comes to this case, people need to take accountability, people need to tell us what happened to Senzo, and most importantly, we need NPA to admit they were wrong. Why? Also answer question of why is Baloyi messing the case? Why is he babing the case from lower court to higher court? Why is it that way? We need to understand that. Let's talk comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Please do enjoy this video and keep sharing it until the end. Thank you. Bye-bye.